Hi, friends and neighbors. It is Josh coming to you with a Thursday snapshot. I don't know why I have to do these. I just know that I do have to do these. And as I do them, I want these messages to come through and bring folks as much connection, clarity, and direction that they need in their life. That's really what's going on here. Now, I do want to lean into this idea that most of us feel this. Not everybody, because there are a few special unicorns out there in this world. But I want to talk about this idea, this energy that we don't feel like enough. A lot of us will walk through this world feeling like we're not measuring up, feeling like we're not enough for the people around us, feeling like we're not enough for the world. And that's unfortunately a misplaced set of conditionings and programs that we receive along the way. We get that from all sorts of places. We get that from public education. We get that from our families. We get that, from religion. We get that from politics even. We get that from so many places. And as you might feel a certain level of inadequacy, as you might feel a certain level of not measuring up in that way, what I would invite you to do is lean into the very inherent wisdom that you have in the form of love. Love, love, I am convinced, is not an emotion. We will feel love on an emotional level, but we feel love mentally and physically and spiritually. Love, to me, is the greatest force in this universe. Again, I'm a big believer that it is our greatest source of strength and wisdom. When you have to carry a burden for somebody that you love, you become the strongest that you have the capacity of being. When you have to solve a problem for somebody you love, you become the smartest that you have the capacity of being. So again, that's not an emotion, that is a force. And I just encourage you to see that you have it within you, and that when you're feeling not enough, when you're feeling inadequate, I want you to give yourself the love that you would give other people. If you had somebody in your life feeling inadequate, like they didn't measure up at a certain position, or in their family or in their community or in the world at large, what would you tell them? And I want to encourage you to see that you have that insight and that wisdom and strength inside of you. So with that being said, let's do a little snapshot here. And I'm going to shuffle 5 times. And I love these cards. I mean, I love tarot. I love the insight and the wisdom that building a relationship with the cards can give us, because I do see it as a phone line to greater spirits. A lot of folks will see this as just a set of symbols. And if you use that as a set of symbols, it's wonderful, because the symbols have mystery and wisdom around them, insight and love that can be yours. But I do see the act of divination and the act of diving into cards, diving into runes, diving into pendulums and what have you, as a way to access the greater spirits that are around us and are actually the source of that love that lives within us. That love that you're part of is part of divinity. And the love that moves through you is divinity itself. So with that being said, I just shuffled 5 times, which is the amount of times that I have to shuffle for this one. I'm going to cut the deck right here. And this card right here represents you. All right, I love this. So the Seven of Pentacles is an important card for us, and it couldn't be any more, I love this. It couldn't be any more appropriate to the message that I'm bringing today. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, and this shows a farmer, a person with a garden implement, and they are growing these, they're growing these squash or grapes or whatever this is, they're growing these plants. And this person, I imagine, my relationship with this card is that this person is looking at these plants with a fine appreciation. They have an appreciation of the sun that feeds them, the earth that sustains them, the water that hydrates them, the nutrients, the air, everything. It takes so much to bring this to fruit. And what I see this person doing is, even though this person has appreciation for all those energies, even the garden implement that they have in their hand, they have no appreciation for themselves. So when this card comes up for me, this is a card that reminds us we must appreciate ourselves, because the great magic in this world that you're a part of wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you. If you're a mother, if you're a father, well, your kids wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you. So again, please don't sell yourself short. It's drastic that you give yourself the credit that you deserve and that you should have. So that's who we are today. The next card is what vexes and perplexes us. Okay. So I love this card in the way that I associate it with a classic rock song. Um, if you've ever heard the Elton John song, I'm Still Standing, that's what this card represents. The Nine of Wands is I'm Still Standing. This card shows a person who has been beat up by life. And you can see that affecting their mind and the way that they think because of the bandage on their head. This card is that energy of I'm still standing. I've been beat up. I've been tossed about by life, but I am here and I'm still standing. The amount of traumas that you've experienced, the pains of your life that you've gone through have affected you in a certain way. If you want to know why you might feel inadequate, you might feel like you're not enough, you might feel like you're not measuring up, it is because all of the wands, all of these things that have beat you up along the way, that has caused you to feel a certain way about yourself. And it's caused you to feel a way that you would never have another member of humanity feel. That is an important distinction here. Again, remember, you're not having appreciation for yourself because of what you've experienced along the way. Now, the next card is what heals and reveals. How can we get to a better place in terms of relationship with self? I love this. I mean, I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. So first, cups are love and emotion. But the Knight, the Knight is somebody who is devoted, has integrity. So for all the four suits of tarot, we see a Knight. This is a person who's steadfast and dependable and just committed to the path. This is a person who's carrying the Holy Grail being love. And they are committed to that. Now, what's really fascinating to me is that, let's look at these two. What's the difference? Well, this person has been beat up because they have no armor. This person has armor, even that helmet to help them with those head injuries. This requires us to develop, unfortunately in this world, a thick skin. We have to have a thick skin. And that's what this card represents, especially if you want to walk through this world loving as you do. I want to be, and I know that a lot of folks can relate to this, I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be the best husband, the best father, the best spiritualist, the best psychic medium, the best everything. I have to develop a thick skin because the world is full of drudgery and pain. It is. There's no way around it. And as much as all of us would not like that to be true, that is in fact true. So this, again, requires that we tell ourselves the truth of who we are and what we're here for. Ultimately, love, family, connection, as much as we can be. We're going to get beat up along the way. We are. This world is full of awful people, awful circumstances, awful situations. But yet we remain steadfast. No matter what we experience along the way, we remain steadfast, devoted, committed to that mission of love that we're all on together. That's important. Now, a lot of folks have asked me if I provide readings. I do, and I don't. This is one of the probably the weakest points of what I do here, is I kind of just let me sell me, and I don't really like selling my services. I do provide readings. I do provide tarot and rune readings that you can get on my website, and these are short little readings that I will pre-record. I'll do a spread and I'll send it to you. Or I provide one-on-one readings in person here at my studio in Littleton, New Hampshire, or online, and I provide them all over the world. Funny enough, I have a very strong following in Singapore, and I love that. So I speak with a lot of folks in Singapore about situations. But if you are in a place where you need clarity, connection, and direction, I record my sessions, and I send them to you as an audio file so that you can listen to. And if you're within the United States and you're a virtual session, I send a 4-leaf clover to you as well. It's just too cost prohibitive to do that overseas. Take care of yourselves out there. Remember to develop this thick skin of yours. You have a lot to accomplish and to defend in this world, and it requires that you be as strong as possible. Find that strength within yourself. You're carrying the Holy Grail. Take care of yourself. I'll see you soon.